Hey everyone, and welcome into an online lesson we have on YouTube here for this Friday, September 26th. The majority of us are in New York City right now prepping for a tournament tomorrow. So I have a Physical Friday prepared for us to do at home, so you all can keep training with us, and we'll see you again next week for normal classes. But for today, what we've got for Physical Friday is written up on the board, and I know it might be a little bit difficult to read, so I'll go ahead and explain out what we're going to be doing. So our goal for Physical Friday this week is to do a full body workout. So we're going to separate our body into three sections: our abs, our arms, and our legs. Now, of course, our body is more than those three sections. However, most of these exercises will cover our full body by the end of our exercise segment. So what we're going to do is every last one of these drills, these exercises, we're going to aim to do 4 different sets of them. So what that means is I'll go through all of my abs circuit once, I'll go through all of my arms circuit once, I'll go through all of my legs circuit once, maybe I take a 5-10 minute break, and then I come back through and I'm going to do it again. And the goal is to repeat that 4 times. So by the end of it, you'll have ended up doing a lot of exercises. And you should feel pretty good for the next day, for the weekend. So for our ab exercises, what we're going to do is there are going to be 4 different exercises we're going to do. The first one's going to be normal sit-ups. And I'll give you an example of sit-ups. I'm going to have my feet on the ground, firmly planted. My arms are either going to be crossing my chest, or they can be behind my neck, whatever, as long as I'm not touching or grabbing my thighs or butt. I'm just going to go down, and I'm going to go all the way up, and that counts as 1. We're going to do 15 of them. Now, after you've finished 15 sit-ups, then you're going to do 15 crunches. Now, crunches are quite similar to sit-ups. What we're going to do, though, instead, is our hands are going to go behind our head, and we're going to go up until we feel our core engage, and then we relax. Then we go up, then down, then up, then down. And each one of these counts as a repetition, so we have 15 in total. Next up, we're going to do 10 leg lifts. Now for leg lifts, of course, I'm going to be lifting up my legs. I'm going to put my hands down on the ground besides me. They can go besides me, they can go under my butt, wherever, as long as they're not obstructing my exercise. My legs are going to go straight out, and then all the way up, and then all the way down, stopping about 1 inch off the ground. Then all the way up, all the way down, stopping about 1 inch off the ground. My goal, again, is to do 10 of those. Next up, we're going to do 15 Russian twists. And when we say 15 Russian twists, we mean 15 on each side. So for my Russian twist, the only thing that's going to be on the ground is going to be my butt. My hands are going to be together, not separate, but together. So this way I have to fully engage and twist my core. And I'm going to twist. There's 1 on each side, so that counts as 1, then 2, then 3, and so on and so forth up to 15. So that is our abs segment of our at-home workout. Now remember, again, we're going to go through this 4 different times. So once you finish this whole circuit, take a break, take 5-10 minutes, get a drink of water, and then come back and restart it again. So next up, we're going to work on our arms. Now our arms, we're going to start with 15 push-ups. Push-ups, I believe most of everyone can do a push-up, but a quick run through on it. We're going to put our hands as wide as our shoulders at about the same height as our chest. My feet are going to be on the ground straight out for me. I'm going to bend my arms down and then all the way up again. So each one of those counts as a repetition. I'm going to aim for 15. Now, next up, we're going to do 20 shoulder shrugs. So, like if I'm not in push-up position and I shrug my shoulders, I'm going to do that same thing, but in push-up position. And it's not going to look like you're necessarily doing a lot, but you should feel them after about 20. So again, 20 are what we're aiming for there. Next up, what we're going to do is arm circles. Now, arm circles, like we do for our dynamic stretch, we're going to circle our arms nice and forwards. My goal is to do 50 of these. So starting at the top, down and around there's 1. Then down and around there's 2. down and around, there's 3, all the way up until 50. And as you climb through the number, you should feel that lactic acid build up in your arms, and it's going to become more and more difficult and turn into more and more of an exercise. So 50 of those is our goal. Lastly, we're going to do arm lifts or arm raises. We'll just do 20 on each side, and the goal is to do them with some sort of a weight. Now, I realize not everybody has a gym at home. However, if you can grab something that's got a little bit of heft to it, a little bit of weight to it, even some coffee mugs, maybe you just get a glass of water and you can go up and down, practice stabilizing without spilling. But our goal is to do 20 of those on each side, keeping our arms straight the entire time. So that's our arm segment. So again, remember you're going to do 4 repetitions of that. However, we've got to go into our legs next before we can get there. So next up, we'll do our leg segment. Now our leg segment's going to start with 10 squats. Now for squats, I'm going to have my feet as wide as I would for a sitting stance. My feet are going to face straight forward like they would for a sitting stance too. And then I'm going to bend down as low as I can get without hunching my back forwards. I don't want to hunch. I want to stay nice and straight up so that way I can go down and up controlled while working and activating the proper muscles. So we're going to do 10 squats. Now after we do 10 squats, we're going to do 10 squats into a side kick chamber. So what that'll mean is we do 5 on each side. So I'm going to go from my normal squat, and then I come up like I'm in a side kick. Then I go back down and squat, then up like a side kick. Then I go down and squat and up like a side kick. 10 of those, meaning 5 on each side. Next up, we're going to move into a lunge. Now our lunge, I'm going to step about as long as I would for a walking stance, and I'm going to dip down as low as I can, and my goal is to get my back knee 1 inch off the ground without it touching the ground. So I'm going to dip down and back up, and then I'll switch sides. And then I'll go down and back up, then I'll switch sides and go down and back up for a grand total of 10 or 5 on each side. Lastly, for our legs, we're going to do front kick lunges. So again, 10 of those, 5 on each side. And I'm going to do my lunge nice and low, then a front kick. And then I'm going to land and lunge nice and low, then I'm going to front kick. Now you might have to readjust a couple times for this, but then I'm going to do the same thing again. Lunge nice and low, front kick. Lunge nice and low, front kick. So a grand total of 10 with 5 on each side. So that is our exercise circuit, and feel free to go back at any time to get a re-explanation of what we're doing. But remember, the goal is to do the ab set, the arm set, the leg set, and then take a break, and then come back and do it again, and then take a break, and then come back and do it again until you've done the whole set 4 separate times. Now after that, a little bit of curriculum-based practice, we're going to work on our QTC, our QTC kick combinations. Now pretty much everybody should know kick combination number 1 at this point, but we're going to give a quick review on it. Now if you know number 1, if you know number 2, if you know number 3, number 4, number 5, so on and so forth, be sure to practice all of them today. However, we're going to walk through number 1 today. So QTC number 1, I'm going to start in my left L stance with my middle guarding block up. I'm going to do a back leg front kick. I'm going to land, do a pump front kick. Then I'm going to land, do a back leg side kick. Then I'm going to face the back, and then I'm going to repeat that pattern. So back leg front kick, pump front kick, back leg side kick, down, up, and land. Then I'm going to do a back leg round kick off to the 45. And then I'm going to land my feet together, do the same thing to the other side, back and shot. So go ahead and run through that at least 3 or 4 times at home to end out your practice session. If you know number 2, same thing. If you know number 3, do the same thing as well. I really appreciate you guys being flexible and being willing to do some at-home practice, and it's always great to, even when we don't have regular class, to still practice, still exercise, still want to make our bodies nice and strong so we can do Taekwondo well and so we can live well. So please run through these at home, and please let me know if you have any questions. I'll have another video out for Monday night's classes, and we'll see you all sometime next week. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one. Bye-bye.